And gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the Lowsy channel, and today we're discussing about Newcastle United, my team. And actually we're going to be talking about Eddie Howe and what is the ceiling for Eddie Howe and what can Eddie Howe do with Newcastle United. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the video, please remember to like, subscribe and comment. I know I've had a week break on the channel, but it's been busy. I've been doing things, but good things, and things are going to put this channel in good stead. But now, you know, we're going to be back grinding videos out, and I'm not just going to do like, say, 7 videos in 1 week where it's going to be like 7 mere videos. I'd rather put out 3, 4. Wow, what a video! Because that's what I want to do. You know, I don't want to bore people. I want to get a bigger audience, get more likes, get more subscribers, and take this YouTube far, and achieve my aspirations of appearing on Sky Sports in football talk and doing plenty of other things. But that doesn't matter for now, because for now we are here focusing on this YouTube channel, as we'll always do. But let's talk about Eddie Howe, and let's talk about Eddie Howe's actually his first signing this summer, which is apparently it's a deal done. Fabrizio Romano says the deal's done. He's just finishing his under-21s in with Italy, the Euros, and then it'll be done next week. It'll be a confirmed deal. Sandro Tonali, in my opinion, what a player! And I didn't even have to watch videos on Tonali because I've seen Tonali before. I've watched him play, not live, but like I've watched during the Champions League when he's been playing for Milan. I've seen clips of him on Twitter all the time. And then last night I was like, you know what? I know what Tonali's like, but I'll go and watch him clips, and he's an outstanding footballer. And apparently it was Eddie Howe's top target of the summer. But the thing I like about him is that he's a hard-working player. Eddie Howe loves hard-working players, and for me, I think he suits in. He just goes right into Sean Longstaff's position. He'll play as like that kind of 6 in the role, but he can do everything. His deliveries are fantastic. Got an assist for the Italian under-21s last night from a free kick. His set pieces are incredible. His work ethic's incredible. He's an amazing footballer, and it seems like he can do everything, and he's capable of going on lots of runs, and I think him and Bruno can have a very important partnership together. So that'll be good, but I think that's the perfect addition for Newcastle United. I said before, we went into the transfer window at the end of the season, I believe we need about 2 to 3 midfielders, and the main 2, what it's looking like, is Tonali, which is done, and then it's also going to be between James Maddison or Dominic Szoboszlai. I think the Maddison links now are starting to go away. I believe he'll end up with Tottenham, but I would take him here at Newcastle, but we'll see what happens. But I'm quite happy we've got this lad in, and this lad will take us to different levels. And our midfield now, in my opinion, you could think I'm being biased. I might be being biased because I'm a Newcastle fan, but in my opinion, we've got one of the best midfields in the league. Bruno Guimaraes, brilliant player. Tonali, I would call Tonali world class. I would say Bruno, he's got potential to be world class. I wouldn't call him world class yet, but he's an amazing footballer, and I think he could get into any team. So even if it was like a City, I think you could easily compete to be playing. But Tonali world class, and Joelinton, I think he's a great player. Joelinton's my favourite player at Newcastle United. Where he's come from, what he's done, to have all the fans on his back, to now everyone loving him. I really do like Joelinton. I think he's a crucial part of our team. He's just like, everyone needs a Joelinton, and I think that midfield 3 will be perfect. And I think Szoboszlai to come in as well. I think because Szoboszlai can play on the wings, he can play really high up, but he can also drop in the midfield. I think that's perfect. I think Eddie Howe likes his versatile players. But let's talk about this season. Newcastle will play in 3 cup competitions, and of course the Premier League. They'll play in the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and the Champions League. I cannot wait for the Champions League. I renewed my season ticket the other day, put the Champions League on, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup on. You know, I had heartbreak when I was at Wembley last year. I believe we might get back to Wembley this year. I would love to get redemption against Man United in the final, but to be honest, I just want to win a trophy. And what else would it would be amazing to like do it against Man United again. How do I think Newcastle will get on in the Premier League? We'll talk about that first. I think top 4 will be very, very hard for us this year, and it's hard to predict right now because it's still the middle of the transfer window and lots of clubs can buy and we can still buy. But right now, I think we can definitely challenge to get into that top 4 again. However, I think dealing with the Champions League and the cup competitions, because Eddie Howe seems to be the manager that wants to progress in every competition. And even though we're going to have the midfield depth, like I was saying to my friends earlier, if we get in Tonali, well, we've got Tonali, if we get like a Maddison, say this is our midfield now, Joelinton, Bruno, Tonali starting, and then on the bench we've got Joe Willock, Sean Longstaff, Szoboszlai and Maddison, who will bring in Elliot and Sink and do a job. That's 7 midfielders, and we'll play a 4-3-3 and we'll only use 3, so that's good. And we could even bring in more. I think we'll definitely get back into Europe next year, but I think we'll be different animals this year, if I'm being honest with you. I'm going to say we're going to finish in the top 4. In my opinion, I think we will. I think we're a very good team with a very, very good manager. We'll play very good football. I think we'll be there. You know, I think people are like, oh, well, I think Tottenham will be back flying with Ange. and Chelsea with Pochettino, but you don't know that. You've never seen Andrew in the Premier League. You haven't seen Andrew at a big club, so it'd be good to see how that works. I did say in my Tottenham video, if you want to go and watch that, guys, go watch it. I did say I think you'll do a good job, but I think top 4 for Tottenham, even though that in no European competition will be a push again, because I don't think they've got a great squad. Tottenham, I think they've got 4 good players: Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, Benfica, or Benacer, whatever you call him, like Benteke, him, and Romero, but Romero's a bit rash, probably going to get sent off the other time. I think they've got, and Pedro Porro, say 5. They've got 5 great players, and Kulusevski 6. I don't think, but I'm not keen. Chelsea, they should be back, but will they be back? Who knows? Man United, if they invest, I think Man U have to invest if someone has to stay in the top 4. I think if they didn't really bring anyone in, I don't think they'll get top 4 again, but they will. So I think Liverpool will be back next year. I think Liverpool's our biggest challengers to try and regain our Champions League football. I think it'll be Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle, Liverpool, Man U in battling for that top 4. And I think from next year now, if you get 5th, and there's something to do with the European ratings, for top 5 can get Champions League in the Premier League now. I think that comes into fruition next year. But that'll be nice, but I want to get in the top 4. And I think we will do it, but I think it's going to be a very challenging season, and we've got a very, very tough start to the season. Now, let's talk about the Champions League and what the Champions League take out Newcastle United. The Champions League will take a lot. Of course, the draw is ages away, and I will do a video of a live reaction to the draw and then make a video on the games we've got. But the draw's out the way, right? We don't know who we're going to get. We're probably going to get a group of death. I want a group of death. Bring it on. Let's have it. I want to play. I wish if I could have it my way, and you might think I'm lying, I'd have Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, PSG all in the same group. Because why not? I don't think that'll happen. I think we'll get 2 top teams, us and then someone else. I think that's what it'll be. But I want to do that, and if you get, I don't think we'll get beat at home. I think we're great at home. So the Champions League, I don't think we'll finish rock bottom, but I think we'll probably just get out the group or finish third. Third drops in Europa League. If it means we win the Europa League, I'd be over the moon because it's guaranteed Champions League football and it's a trophy. However, it's a Champions League. Eddie Howe's mind won't be, we'll just see if we can compete, or we'll see how we do. We're not expected. Eddie Howe will be like, no, we'll go in this competition, we'll try to win it. It's unrealistic, but you'll be like, if we play 100% in every single game, we'll try and beat these, and we're not going to sit back, we'll give it years. And I think that's how we'll approach it, and that's how I want to approach it, and I think that's what will happen. Carabao Cup and FA Cup, I think we can win them. Obviously last year I came so close, got heartbroken on February 26th. I've got the programme right here from it actually. It's a bit dusty, like I haven't touched it probably since. There it is, heartbreak. But I think our aim will be to try get back to that next year. Get back to Wembley, get redemption. I hope we do it. I think we'll do it. I think getting a trophy now is massive for Newcastle United. That is what we need. We need a trophy, and if they said to me top 7 in a trophy next year, I'd bite your hand off absolutely. If you said top 4 no trophy or top 7 trophy, I'm taking that top 7 in the trophy, because the trophy's been too long the wait now. We need it, desperate for it, and I think we can get it easy. Well, not easy, but I think we can get there like we did last year. And I'd rather win the FA Cup, but it's a trophy. I'd take the Carabao Cup. It's one of them things. So I think we'll do well in cup competitions. Now let's talk about signings. What I still think we need to bring in to this Newcastle squad, and then we'll get on to Eddie Howe. I think we can't address everything in this transfer window. We know that, there's FFP rules you have to follow, and people saying that 75 million budget. Nobody knows the budget, let's be honest. Eddie Howe and Newcastle United know the budget. We don't, journalists don't, no one knows the budget. So that's 75 million. I knew it was utter rubbish. But it is what it is, People in the media are going to say that to get their stories read. I would do it if I was in the job of media, because you want attention and followers. But I think we'll spend about 200 million. I've said this before in my video a few days ago on Newcastle. I do think we'll spend about 200 million, but you've spent about, I think it's about 70 odd million euros for Tonali. So I think that's about 55 to 60 million pounds. It's a lot of money gone already, but you need a left back. There's talk of going for Theo Hernandez. There's also talk of Kieran Tierney, which is cool now for Tierney, and Cucurella. I would bite your hand off for Cucurella. I'd bite your hand off for Theo Hernandez. I think he's one of the best fullbacks in the world, Theo Hernandez. But Tierney, I also want 30 million. I don't think you pay 30 million for an injury-prone left-back that's never had a full fit season. I would take him, but I wouldn't take him for that price. I think Cucurella for 30 or Theo Hernandez. Federico Chiesa, we're desperate for a winger, in my opinion. I think go for him. I think you desperately go for him as well. It says you could probably get him out for £50 million. Now, I think that's a bargain for Federico Chiesa. Of course, he missed 10 months through injury. But, he's a great player. He's fantastic. Everyone wants him. So let's go for him, Newcastle. I think he'd be great for us. He can play striker, he can play on the left, he can play on the right, he can play cam. He was very crucial for Italy, scores a lot of big goals for Italy. I remember when he came on in the Euro final against England, he was great. So I would love that addition. So we've got the left back, you know, we've named a winger. I think maybe a number 9, but I don't think that's going to be our main priority, really, to be honest with you, with Isak and Wilson. If you can keep Wilson fit, I think he's all right, but I think we do probably need one more. Another midfielder, so like but an attacking creative mod, like a Dominic Szoboszlai / James Maddison, I think that's needed. And then also, I would say a centre-back. I wanted Kim Min-jae, we were linked with him, but it looks like he's going to Bayern Munich. I do love Fabian Shaw, but and I would still play Fabian Shaw next season, but we're going to need to rotate a lot, and Shaw's like hitting on like 31, 32, you know. He can't play every game, he can't play the Champions League, the Cups, and the Champions League, the Cups and the Premier League. You just can't do it, it won't work. And you don't really want Jamal Lascelles coming in for Fabian Shaw. As much as I like Lascelles, what he's done for the club when in the Championship, and he's earlier on Newcastle days, but he's just not what we need right now. We need someone that can step up. And I would even take a young guy, like a Jurien Timber, who's apparently going to Arsenal. Someone like him, or like a Kim Min-jae, but someone that's going to be a very, very good signing for Newcastle, and someone that when Shaw's retires or not good enough anymore, this guy was signing when he was 21, he's now 23, 24, he can just come in, or he can just come in straight away and be like, this is my position, I'm going to play with Botman now. But he's got to be a ball-playing centre-back, because that's what Eddie Howe likes, and he likes a progressive centre-back, someone who can take the ball up, which Fabian Shaw does, and he's a really good centre-back, Fabian Shaw. So I think, but I still think we've got another year of him, so I think we'll keep him and use him. But I also say sign someone else. And then also, I'm happy with the goalkeeper as right back. I would maybe say sign a right back, but if he likes Kraft and thinks Kraft is a good player and can do the job, obviously had a full season out, then fair enough. But at the minute, I think our priorities have got to be a left back, a winger, another midfielder, and then do what else you want. Because Tonali's done, right? Let's think. Tonali will get photos in this shirt. They're probably already been took. They're not announced until after the Euros. I think it does take time to formalise all the details and stuff, so I'm not panicked. Fabrizio Romano said it's a 6-year contract, he's doubled his wage, done deal, it just won't be announced today or tomorrow. That's what he said, it won't be announced today or tomorrow, so it could be announced the next day. Who knows? When it's confirmed, I will make a video on Tonali. I just don't want to make it now, as it's not confirmed, it's not hot news really. It's hot news, but not hot, like hotter than it would be if it was confirmed. But I can't wait to see that announcement video. I cannot wait. He's a great player. But let's talk about Eddie Howe, guys. What can Eddie Howe do? And people say when he'll take them to some level, then he gets sacked. Nobody knows how much Eddie Howe means to us fans. He came to us rock bottom of the Premier League and took us to about, I think it was like 11th or something. He got us there, and then the season after he gets us top 4. This is a very young, talented manager. You got to think Eddie Howe's only in his 40s or something. He is very, very talented and plays the right football. 4-3-3 attacking football, and it's very progressive, and it's possession based, and it's what you want your club to play, and that's what he plays. And he sorted his defensive problems out that he had at Bournemouth, and we had the best defence in the league last season. Like, you kind of criticise him. I think Eddie Howe can go far. I want him to be like a Alex Ferguson of Newcastle United. Like, obviously, I'm not saying he'll be better, and I'm not saying he'll even achieve what Alex Ferguson done, but I want him to be like that, and I want him to win things with Newcastle. I want him to say, I won the Premier League with Newcastle, I won the Champions League with Newcastle. I want him to be Newcastle's greatest ever manager in history. Like, he already is my favourite manager in Newcastle history. I'm only 20 years old, you know, I haven't seen good really. But I love Rafa, but this like love we've got Eddie Howe, it's completely different, guys. It's amazing, like what he's done for the club, and he's brought the fans together, he's brought the city together, and shout out the owners as well. They're a massive part of why the city's like that now, not like that, it's like that. And I think the sky's the limit for Eddie Howe. I think he just gets better, and he always wants to better himself, and he's always working, and the man doesn't take a break. He's a hard worker, and he deserves this job, he deserves the opportunity. And if no one was keen when Eddie Howe came in, like, Eddie Howe was the richest club in the world, and you went for Eddie Howe, and people were laughing at him. Like, Steve Bruce even said, who, the fella from Bournemouth that got relegated? No, he's a very talented manager, and I'm so happy he's doing well. But my opinion on Eddie Howe is Eddie Howe stays, takes Newcastle to the top, wins multiple trophies with Newcastle, I hope, touch wood. And it would be incredible, to be honest with you, if you can do that. But that's my opinion. People say they'll just sack them and then they'll get someone world class, and I don't think it's like that. You know, I think you'll get a good chance, and obviously with money comes pressure. But I think last year, you know, he didn't really struggle. he gave us my best season in history of my life in Newcastle. You know, it's like it's mad, but the sky's the limit. Eddie Howe will do well. Newcastle will get top 4 next season, I hope. Hopefully get a nice little run in the Champions League. Hopefully play some teams like Madrid so we can actually sing the Gordon song when we're there. Even if you drop Europa League, win it. I think for me, win a cup. We're desperate to win something. I want to see my team lift the trophy. I think it'll come, and I think it'll come next year, guys. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it was about 15 minutes long, but it is what it is. I hope I haven't bored you. But guys, remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.